Jai Hind. Hope you all understood the three methods to find mean. In the homework questions, the class sizes in 8th questions were different. That day we didn't discuss that type of questions. That's why we told you to do it by direct method. We will discuss that type of questions later. Okay, children. Today we are going to discuss another measure of central tendency, mode of a data. Mode. So last year we have studied how to find out mode of an ungrouped data. Isn't it? Anyway, let us recall it. What is mode of a data? You studied last year the definition as mode is that value among the observations which occurs most often. If any data, any observation is repeating more times, that observation we are taking as mode of the data. Now let us take an example. Here I have some observations 10, 12, 11, 14, 12, 15, 12, 13. Isn't it? Here which number is repeating more times? 12. Isn't it? So 12 here, 3 times 12 is coming. So we can say the mode of this data as 12. Consider another question. Another data is given like this. So when we check the most repeating observation in this data, you can see two numbers. One is 45. 45 is coming 4 times. Isn't it? But one more number is coming. 51 is also repeating 4 times. So you will be in confusion which is to be taken as mode. In this type of question, you have to take both the value as mode. Okay, children. So here we will write the mode as 45 as well as 51. So this type of data we are calling as multimodal data. Multimodal data. Is it clear? Now, if the question is given as a frequency distribution table, ungrouped frequency distribution table, we have here, consider one example. The marks of a class test out of 10 are given. A number of students are also given. So how will you find the mode of this type of data? Here we have to consider the mark in which most number of students are coming. So here 8 is the highest frequency. So that mark will be the mode. So here what is the mode? 7. This question is about mark. So we can call it, we can write it as only mode, or we can call it as modal mark. Modal mark. If the given question is about the weight of the students, there we are using the term modal weight of the data. So I think this much is clear to you how to find out mode of an ungrouped data. Now our topic is starting with mode of grouped data. So what is a grouped data? That all we discussed in the last class. Now if you are getting this type of data, how to find out the mode of this data? Okay, children. So when we have a grouped data, it is not possible to find the mode by looking the maximum frequency. Isn't it? So here class intervals are coming, so we can't say a specific value from this by looking the maximum frequency. in this case, what you have to do is, first you have to locate the class interval with the maximum frequency. You have to locate the class interval with the maximum frequency. Here, which is the maximum frequency? 9. Isn't it? So, 9 is the maximum frequency. So, the class interval, that class interval is 150 to 200. 150 to 200. That class we are taking as model class. Model class. So, class with the highest frequency we are taking as model class. Now, the value of the mode will be inside this class interval. That mode will come in between 150 and 200. Okay, children? Now, using this model class, we are finding the mode of the data. So, I will explain how to find out mode of a grouped data through an example. So, here is a question. A survey conducted on 20 households in a locality by a group of students resulted in the following frequency table. Okay, here in this table, number of families with the this much number of members are given. We have to find out the mode of the data. Okay, so already we discussed. First, we have to find out the model class of the data. Model class of the data. So here, in this data, how will you get the model class? We have to check which is the highest frequency. Here, highest frequency is 8. That class will be the model class. So, we can write model class is equal to, model class is 3 to 5. Okay. Now you can understand that the mode of this data will come in between this 3 and 5. Okay, children. Now let us continue. Let us discuss how to get the mode. So after finding the model class, from that class we are taking lower limit. Lower limit of the class. What is the lower limit? Here 3. Then you have to collect some data from this question. Lower limit we go 3. Then 3 to 5 is the class interval, model class interval. So that frequency we are marking as F1. Frequency of the model class we are considering as F1. Then frequency which comes before that, that means frequency of the class preceding to model class, that we are marking as F0. Then the frequency of the succeeding class we are taking as F2. Is it clear, children? So this one you have to remember. Frequency of model class we are taking F1. Preceding class frequency we have to consider F0. Then succeeding class you have to consider as F2. Okay. Then using these values we are framing a formula. Then we can find out mode of the data. Okay. Now when you write like this, you have to check once again whether you wrote in order. It should come as 0, 1, 2. Okay, F0, F1, F2. Is it clear? So our F0 is equal to 7, F1 equal to 8, then F2 equal to 2. Now we need one more data, class size. Class size. How to find out class size we discussed in the last class. Class size is upper limit minus lower limit. that we are denoting by H. Here what is it? 2. These are the things we need to find out the mode of the data. Now you have to study the formula. Mode is equal to, mode of a grouped data is equal to, mode is equal to L plus, L stands for lower limit, L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied by H. So this is the formula for finding mode of the data. Okay children. So here L stands for lower limit of the model class. Now you have to substitute the values in this formula. What is L? 3 plus, this L is separate. Okay, 3 plus F1. So by checking carefully, you have to substitute the values. F1 8 minus F0 7 by 2 into again F1 8 minus F0 7 minus F2 is 2 multiplied by H2. Now only simplification is left that you have to do very carefully. 3 plus 8 minus 7, 1 by 2 into 8, 16 minus 7 minus 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 3 plus 1 by 16 minus 7, 9, 9 minus 2, 7 into 2 equal to 3 plus 2 by 7. So don't go for LCM and all. Let this 3 be separate till the last step. It will be easy for you to find out the value of 2 by 7 first by division. Okay. So 2 divided by 7. First we can't divide, so we are putting 0, then decimal point 20, then 2 times 14, 6, then 0, 8 times 56, 4. We need only 1 or 2 digit, so it can be written as 3 plus 2 by 7, 0.28 equal to 3 plus 0.28, that is 3.28. So this is the mode of the grouped data. So only thing you have to remember the collection of data for finding the mode. You have to do very carefully. What is F0, what is F1, what is F2? You should know very clearly. How to find out model class? Highest frequency you have to find out. That will be the model class. Okay children. Now what is the formula for finding mode of a grouped data? See, mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 minus 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied by H. What each letters represent? L, lower limit of model class. F1, frequency of the model class. And everything is here. F0, preceding class frequency. F2, succeeding class frequency. H is the class size. Okay. Now to find out the lower limit of model class, you need to find out model class. What is model class? Model class is the class with highest frequency. class with highest frequency. Okay children, did you get the formula? Now let us discuss one more question, then it will be clear to you. Okay. Another question, find the mode of this data. Okay. So class intervals are given, frequencies are given. First you have to find out model class. Here which is the model class, which is the highest frequency? 12. Okay children, 12. So model class is 800 to 900. Lower limit is 800. Then how will you take the frequencies? Model class frequency we are marking as F1, preceding class F0, succeeding class F2. Okay children, so F0 is 6, F1 12, F2 4, then class size H. Here it is lower limit minus upper limit, it is 100. Okay children, now in your textbook you have only the questions with same class size. Okay, for finding mode only that type of questions you have. Now mode formula you know, L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into multiplied by H. So substitute the values. Here when you substitute the value, L equal to 800 plus F1. F1 is 12. 12 minus 6 F0 by 2 into 12 minus F0 6 minus F2 4 multiplied by here 100. H is 100 equal to 800 plus 12 minus 6 6 by 24 minus 6 minus 4 multiplied by 100 equal to 800 plus 6 by, here when you do the calculation you will get 14, isn't it, into 100. So I am repeating, don't go for LCM and all. Let this 800 separately. Do the maximum simplification here, then you can add. Otherwise you will have large numbers for calculation. So 800 plus, we can cancel these two. Both are divisible by 2. So here 3, here 7. So 300 by 7 equal to 800 plus, what is 300 by 7? Okay children, 300 by 7. First 4 times 28, 20, 2 times 14, 6. Next we have to put decimal number 60. Now how many times? 8 times 56. This is enough. One decimal place is enough. So 400 plus 42.8. So, sorry, 800 plus 42.8. Now we have to add 800 plus 42.8. While adding decimal numbers, you have to be very careful. So 8, 2, 4, 8. So what is the answer? 842.8. That is the value. So did you see this? The mode, we got the model class as 800 to 900. The mode value is coming in between these 800 and 900. Okay children. Now one more doubt you may have. you may have one more doubt. If this model class highest frequency is coming as first class or last class, okay, in that type of question, if the highest frequency is coming in the first class, you have to take that F1. Then F0, preceding class, you don't have preceding class, so frequency is 0. Okay children? So F0 will be 0. Then F1 will be that highest frequency. Then succeeding frequency you can consider. Now if it is coming in the last class, if the highest frequency is coming, suppose if you have the question like this, the highest frequency is coming in the last class. So that will be F0. Sorry, that frequency will be F1. Preceding class will be F0. Then succeeding class frequency, we don't have succeeding class. So we will take F2 as 0. Is it clear children? So this much, that formula and all you have to study for finding mode of a grouped frequency data. Okay. Now children, in your textbook all questions are with the same class size. So you won't have any confusion to do the homework. Okay. So I am giving the homework. Exercise 14.2. Exercise 14.2. All questions can be done. Okay. You have to find the mode only. In all questions you have to find out only the mode. In some questions it is asked to find out mean also. Now you have to practice how to find out mode of the data. Later we will take the questions with the mean and mode together. Okay. So this is the homework question. Exercise 14.2. There are 6 questions. All can be done. If there is any doubt, you can call your teacher. Okay. And one more thing I want to say. See, when you do the questions, all these questions, you have to do the calculation yourself without using a mobile or calculators. You should have more practice in doing calculations accurately within the limited time. So you have to do the calculations yourself in the working column itself. Okay children, try to do it all the homework questions. Thank you.